Heartland Waterfowl presents Behind the Blind Podcast.
All right, I want to address something real quick.
Okay.
We were talking about it just a second ago.
The weather.
The weather.
It's a big deal.
It's a big damn deal.
Yeah.
You would have thought that the world was coming to an end, and we're just down here enjoying this 70
Well, I got
degrees.
sunburned today, dude.
Yeah, you do.
I got sunburned. I got sunburned today, dude.
Listen, it's out of respect, and our families care about us. Everyone else from Heartland Waterfowl cares about us. But literally, if I have another text or call about the damn
About the damn storm. Have you seen the storm
Yeah.
coming?
It came to a hiatus.
Polar vortex.
Came to a hiatus on the way home, and Dakota just nipped it right in the bud. He had enough of it. He literally told his dad, "Yes, we have the same weather app as
We
you
got
guys do."
up to minute Doppler radar, dude. We're good.
Well, they think that like we were gonna get in the car.
Have you seen the weather? Everyone asks the same question. Have you seen the weather?
Do they not know that waterfowl hunters are part-time meteorologists?
Yeah.
We make a living.
We
on
know
the
what's
weather,
going
dude.
on.
I looked at the weather for tomorrow 4 days ago. and it was going to be bad. Like,
If anybody knows anything, the waterfowlers
Yeah,
look at the
we
weather
know the front's
more
coming.
than the meteorologists look at the weather.
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And anyway, let's get it kicked off. Heartland Waterfowl Behind the Blind. Joe Palumbo, new face, Luke Manning.
That's
Ow,
right.
ow.
Come on.
All y'all single ladies. Logan Burditt, DT, Q, Champ on the board. Let's get it rolling. Anyway, talking about the weather.
Brought to you by Double T.
Brought to you by Double T.
Everyone's just
British
worried
Kennels.
about us, right?
Brought to you by Double TT British Kennels. Brought to you by Dirty Duck. Brought to you by Outlaw Beer. If it ain't the duck in your coffee sucks. But anyway, talking about the weather, getting that, and I brought up the other night when we were talking. If you're not gonna get your birds in the next 10 days, you ain't getting them.
Yeah, the problem now, really, back home.
They
is
might just keep.
how cold's it
on
going to
coming.
be? Are they going to snow on the ground? Now they might just keep
Like I said,
coming.
like the snow line, the snow line and the ice line is going to dictate where those birds stop. And right now, it's like Kansas City to Oklahoma City, even further south. And me speaking out loud, I hope it does. I hope it ices and freezes
Thanks.
all the way to Amarillo.
Heck yeah.
I do. I hope it
He
locks
says,
everything
no more
up.
Heartland Waterfowl. We don't care about those
I
guys.
hope
Yeah.
it
Bring
locks
them
it
down
all
to
up.
Texas. We are
I
shooting
hope
cranes the next
I
month.
hope it locks it all up from Kansas City to Amarillo, dude. And it's going to hopefully push all the cranes back down here.
I'm riding that boat.
But, dude, I saw yesterday it was like 8 degrees in North Dakota, and a buddy of mine sent me a Snapchat of a field. He said, more geese than I've seen all year.
Yep.
They're still up there.
They're still there.
They're still up there. There's
Yeah.
a lot to come south. And if you, like I said, if you don't get them in the next 10 days, you ain't getting them.
Yeah.
Either they're going to fly right by you or they're going to hold up somewhere and batten down the hatches and ride it out.
Yeah, I think all of Kansas City and western Kansas, right down I-70's button down the hatches right now.
Mhm. Yeah, big time. But anyway,
We've had over 100 calls and text
Yeah,
messages
dude.
letting us know that we're
Polar
probably
vor-
not going to make it home
in
tomorrow.
case y'all didn't know, polar vortex coming. Next 4 days, going to get nasty.
Everybody thinks that we're like gonna get in the truck and then get to snow and be like, oh, where did this come from? Like, how did we not know about this?
Do y'all live in an area where you get a lot of snow and ice every year?
Yeah.
Or y'all, like down here, it's a big deal. Like
yeah, no kidding.
they started treating the roads 4
I don't
days
care about
ago.
the snow.
Like, Loop 250 is treated.
Right. No
Like,
kidding.
they're preparing. We ain't gonna get nothing.
No.
But anyway,
Yeah.
but it is gonna get cold here. I mean, our lows this week are supposed to be in the 20s.
Yep.
And that's
low 20s, and that's cold. Dude.
That's a dry
cold
cold
for here.
A dry cold.
But like the thing about here is, man, it just doesn't stick around long. Like once that wind switches back out of the south, temperatures are going back up, and like by the end of next week, we're already
The
supposed to be back in
difference
the
here
60s.
is it's
So,
a desert. So at night you're getting the cold, and during the day you get the warm up.
I mean, there's 50-degree temperature swings.
Yeah. You get the
Every
the
day.
big difference.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like this afternoon, for instance. This
It was
morning was
70
one of our warmest mornings there was. It was 40 degrees, call it.
Yeah.
And this afternoon, what was it, 80 degrees?
77
70
at
for sure,
least. Yeah.
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 Maybe
But anyway.
everybody is like, they're just hunting so hard and working so hard that they don't have time to pay attention. Maybe we should just keep it like that. Oh, we didn't even know we've been working so hard.
Dude, what?
Little do they know we've been shooting baskets, hanging out.
Playing around the world.
Yeah.
We're about to feel that temperature difference going from 72, 73
Yeah, it's gonna be
today
terrible.
Yeah.
to
Y'all are gonna get
negative
screwed.
14 Monday night. We're gonna go.
In Wamiga?
Yeah.
80-degree difference over the next day and a half.
36 hours.
It's not gonna be fun.
Somebody's getting sick, no doubt. But anyway,
I'm wearing my base layers home tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, just take them birds and throw them in the bed of the truck.
Yeah,
They'll
we
be
don't need
fine.
a cooler.
Yeah.
Nope.
But anyway, let's talk about what we did today. What do we do, Luke?
Yeah,
Man, we
tell
got
us
after
about today. Tell us about this.
I will
the
tell you
blue
about
quail.
today. It was,
Ladies and gentlemen, again, Luke Manning,
Yeah.
first time.
This is, first time here. He's going with the applause back there.
Long time listener, first time caller.
That's right.
Hey, frequent commenter, too.
I'm trying
He's trying to get a
win.
giveaway.
Swag pack.
And still have yet to win it. And
Homie
so
needs some shells.
I'm trying to do something around here.
Tell them what we did. Tell them what we did.
Well, these are quail hunting jeans.
Yeah,
This
quail
is
hunting
what
jeans.
happens when you get out in the mesquite in West Texas. You might get a little rip in your jeans. I don't wear these to your, daughter's dance or nothing like that. But these are, these are
Come
quail
on, man.
hunting
I got a
jeans.
daughter.
Hey, all right. Well, that's different. Like an uncle right here. But no, today we got after it. It was real windy, so we knew those birds were going to be flying around real fast. But started off nice. I was a little late, so that that didn't help out. But we got all the buggies loaded up and just started after it. Like Joe said, we worked east to west today.
The crosswind helped. Wind was heavy out of the
That was
south.
smart move.
Heavy
That's
out of the
right.
south.
Yeah,
We
that's a smart
knew
move for
if
sure.
we were working north and south, say, okay, those that don't understand, I'm sure you've seen footage now, but we hunt the quail out of the buggies. And if you're working north with a 20-mile-an-hour south wind and you get a group of quail up, get a covey up,
They're gone.
they ain't stopping.
No.
Yeah.
But today we had 2 or 3 of the coveys when we were working east to west. They got up and they tried to flush south, flying directly into the wind, and it made them sit down a lot sooner than they would have if they got up and flew north. And that's just the luck of the draw, right? But we knew, hey, if we work east and west, we're going to have a better advantage.
It was a game changer for
right.
sure.
Right.
So, but anyway,
The wind was whipping too.
It was-
I mean,
it
it was
was
dusty.
Yeah, I was
You had
getting it.
it was
shit
ripping.
all in your
And,
eyes
I mean,
all
we
day
probably
long.
all sound hoarse.
Yeah.
Right. No, 100%.
Because we've been eating greasewood and dust and caliche and screaming about bird up and you move over there. You
That's the
move
thing
over
too.
there,
When the
like,
wind's blowing, you have to
you
freaking
gotta holler.
scream.
Yeah. Hollering at dogs, all the things that go into a quail hunt. But no, man, we had a good group. Had a couple littles with us today. We had
Yeah.
Gray and Field back. Deke, of course, been with us all week.
Oh my gosh! I wish we could get a video of that.
I know he's passed out.
Turn that camera.
Yeah.
Can we get a
right
pan?
on him right now.
Pan
He's
it
been on
over
the
there.
pod all week, but
Yeah.
he can't right
And
now.
he's
'cause he
dead.
is dead to the world.
Yeah.
But and then Jaron, of course, was with us again this morning. He was with us.
Don't forget about Poncho.
Poncho
Hey,
was a great dog.
My
but,
boy Poncho.
my
getting
buddy
after it.
Chase Peabody, he brought his 2 little boys out. They're 10 and 12, so it's always fun to have a bunch of little kids running around, and it definitely kept the vibes up all day, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
That was fun. The kids had a good time. Today,
Yeah, big time.
as you can tell from Deke. Just
Just hanging out.
he would rather just put his head on the mattress and sleep on the concrete right now than
Right,
on
than
the
get in
mattress.
his bed.
That's right.
But no, we knew it was going to be windy this morning, and we knew it was going to get hot this afternoon. Obviously, the heat plays a big deal in the dog work. Fortunately, we had 4 or 5 dogs. Poncho, Leche,
That Elroy.
Elroy. Shout out Elroy.
Chili.
Sue and
Sue.
Chili.
Sue.
We had 5 dogs. Yeah.
We have
Listen to those
Hey.
West Texas names right there. Sue is the only normal name out of all that.
Poncho, Leche, Elroy, Sue, and Chili.
In Chile, yeah.
That was our- hey,
Elroy's my new favorite.
yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
And Chili Dog. Chili Dog has a nose on her.
She's
Or
good.
him. She was good.
Her. She's
Her,
female.
her, that's her.
Yep. She's good on dead birds for sure.
100%.
You can count on her running through the circle and putting her nose down, and
She-
she'll pick one up, and
She
it's like,
picked them
okay,
up. She found
Chili's
more dead
coming-
birds than I think
Chili's
any
coming
other
with the
dog.
bird, and it's like, okay, whoever sees Chili with a bird,
Right.
call her to you. She'll come.
Yep.
And take it from her. Don't let her, walk or run all the way across the circle, back to Jaron, because a lot of times what happens is, and it's hard to get mad at a dog and try to break him of it. Like blue quail hunting, it's difficult on a dog. There's a lot of chaos. It's not like your traditional bobwhite hunt or a pheasant hunt.
Right.
There's birds getting up, going different directions all the time, right? So a dog will, like Chili, for instance, will see a bird go down, run to the opposite end of the circle, get it, and it's trotting back, and another bird gets up, somebody shoots it, she sees it. A lot of times that dog wants to drop that bird.
For sure.
And trust me, we've all tried to break them of it. It's like, if you got one, bring it all the way. Don't even, but it's hard. There's a lot of shots going. There's a lot of
Just
chaos.
Get it from him.
Right. So if you see a dog coming with a bird, call it to you, and get it from. Don't let them,
Chili came right to me when I
Right,
did. I
but-
literally was like, "Hey, come here," and she came right
That's
over.
what I mean, like she'll come to anybody, and damn near all of our dogs will. But if you see a dog running by, it's got a bird. Hey, get over here, give me that bird, right?
Right.
But
I'm gonna the big difference. I just points the right
You're
one up. Big difference in that is
been talking all week behind the camera, and he thinks he doesn't have a camera in his face.
standard, standard quail pheasant hunting. You're walking in a line.
Bird up,
Right.
bird down,
Yep.
get it right
That
One
dog
at a
is
time, kinda.
90% of the time going to come back straight to
its owner. Right, 100%.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
when you got everything circled,
Right.
this is 100% different. So
Mhm.
you bring a bird dog from Western Kansas, wherever else.
Oh, we've had 'em,
used
dude.
to doing that, and then you bring it down
Yeah.
to do this. And
It's
everybody's
totally
circled.
different.
That dog's going to run around with that bird until it finds its
Or
owner.
hears his owner or
it-
something, right?
Or it might not.
Right.
And like you're saying, another bird gets up, that dog sees that bird drop, it's
Drop
going to
that
drop
one.
that bird, go
Go
get
get
that
that,
one,
right.
and you're
Yeah.
going to lose
It's
birds.
very hard to
It's hard on the
train.
dogs.
It's hard to train a dog to be a blue quail hunter. It's very
with
hard.
this style
Just
for
go to
sure.
anybody.
Right.
It's very hard. With
You
this
can,
style
and
hunt.
here's the deal: you can
Very
tell
hard.
the dogs that have done it before because they don't ever go outside the circle,
right,
unless they're getting a dead bird, right?
Right.
But the dogs that haven't done it before, they're running around different directions. They don't know what's going on.
yeah,
Where's Leche and Rio?
inside the circle.
Right in the middle of the circle.
Right.
Scout. We're Scout nonstop.
R.I.P. Scout.
Yeah.
Raven Scout. R.I.P. Scout for sure.
Man.
R.I.P. Scout.
The homie. Pour one out.
But yeah, dude, like it's hard, and like people don't grasp that. And another thing too, when it comes to finding dead birds out here doing this, if you don't got dogs, you ain't finding half the ones you shoot.
No, no.
And if you don't got, I should say, if you don't got good dogs, you
Right.
ain't finding half the ones you
Right.
shoot. And it's like, what's the point of being out there if you're not finding half the ones you shoot? So
Right.
like,
Speaking of that,
finding dead birds is it's not all about pointing. It's not all about flushing. The main deal is go find them suckers when they're dead.
Okay.
And bring them back. Because if you count it out and look at it, blue quail meat is pretty expensive if you break down
Jeez, that's
everything that goes into it, dude. A blue quail per ounce is pretty freaking expensive. It's
Yeah,
like
no
freaking
kidding.
tuna.
tell the viewers how the circle works, not breaking the circle, and then using the markers to find the
Markers
birds.
are huge.
So because people don't understand like how difficult it is to find a
Right.
blue quail on top of what you guys do to find the birds.
Right. So like, go ahead. No. Go. No. No. You go.
Yeah, I want to hear your answer.
Me growing up upland bird hunting, pheasant hunting in southwest Kansas, walking big CRP patches, corners and other stuff for quail and pheasants. And a lot of people, you go, and then you just move south, basically 300 miles from where I grew up. And it is a totally different world down here from what I did. Basically doing the same thing, but clearly not the same thing.
Right.
100% different. So I'm just saying, like, we promote Joe a little bit and stuff on coming down here. And if you love quail hunting in Kansas, totally different world.
I
coming
tell
down
people,
here.
I tell
You
people,
love it,
and I try
Way
to.
more fun than
way more fun.
And listen,
Yeah.
I use this
Yeah.
as an example all the time.
Yeah.
I tell people it's not your grandfather's bobwhite hunt in
No,
Kansas.
no,
It is
not even close.
a whole
Not even
nother
close.
rodeo, brother.
But
Like,
I'll tell you,
it gets Western,
It's
and
a
it did a
whole-
couple times a day. Like it got Western.
Yeah.
it's a whole lot more fun than what
Beats
I grew up
walking.
doing.
Beats
Heck,
walking.
Yeah,
it
no
does.
shit.
Heck,
That's
it
for
does.
sure.
But no, like, so you didn't quite have a question there. Back
Yeah.
to your question. I know. Just busting balls.
Back to what I was
Just busting
saying.
balls. Just busting balls. What were you saying?
I
Talk
know
about
what
the
you're-
markers
Okay, so
and how
whenever-
you circle
okay,
the quail
right,
and
right,
let people
right,
understand how
right.
you
So-
hunt them down here.
So we are in side by side Polaris buggies, and we're busting the brush. We're all in a line, right?
Mhm.
Birds get up. Blue quail are not like bobwhites in the sense that they are going to flush, get up, and sit down 45 yards from you and sit tight. They're not going to do that.
Right.
They're going to get up and they're going to fly 300 yards,
Right.
and when they hit the ground, they're running.
Right.
So effectively, in this kind of country, we hunt them out of Polarises, and you are driving through the brush, you bust them up, covey gets up, we see him, we're all hollering, going crazy, birds down, somebody is watching them go down, and whenever they do, it's like, okay, they're right here, and we try to circle them. It's called circle hunting, right? So we essentially form a huge, call it 200-yard circle, right, radius, and whenever everybody is in position, a lot of times you can hear the quail, you can see them running around because they don't know what to do. Then you let the dogs out. Dogs that know what to do are running around in the circle until they smell something. And a lot of times you'll see it's like, okay, let Jay's on point, get ready. Or you'll hear Sue barking. You heard Sue barking a couple times today.
Right.
Yeah.
That means she sees them. She's like, she's telling us, get ready.
Yeah.
Like, because they're going to get up. And when they get up,
Seasoned vet.
you're gonna like, a lot of times what happens is the dogs will flush the birds and they'll get up and you'll have that initial covey rise where there's
Like half the birds,
right half the birds, whatever ratio you want to use, but majority of the birds will get up all at once, and because we have them circled, they got nowhere to go. Like no matter what end of the circle they fly out of, they're getting shot at. And the main rule to this style of hunting is clear blue sky behind the quail whenever you're shooting. You are not taking low shots. You're not taking straight away passing shots. It's 45, 90, or wait till they fly out of the circle and shoot them behind you, right?
Yeah, you
When
get a lot
you-
more shots behind you, I
Right.
feel like.
100%.
than-
Right.
Yeah.
Especially today
and-
on a
and-
windy day,
Right.
birds are coming out
Birds
low.
coming out low.
Yeah,
And
you took a couple risky shots, I think.
No, I did not. No, I did not. Anyway, so whenever you shoot a bird, we carry markers with us. It's usually a big washer with flagging tape or rope, something fluorescent or bright, right? When you shoot a bird and you see it go down, you grab your marker and you throw it towards where you saw that bird go down. How many times have you been on an upland bird hunt
Never.
and somebody goes, "Oh, I got one down right here somewhere"?
No, I thought you were going to say throw a marker.
No.
Because it doesn't happen but down here.
But whenever somebody, "Oh, I got one down over here somewhere." Okay, well, where is somewhere? Come on. Throw your marker. That way, whenever we're done with this covey, so you shoot a bird, throw your marker, turn back around, and get ready for the next bird. It's going to be more coming. Forget about that bird.
Yeah.
We're going to go look for it.
But
right?
that's a big safety thing, too, right?
Right, because if you
100%,
get people breaking the circle, as we
To
call
go
it,
pick up a bird,
then somebody swings.
the guy next
right.
to you has a bird
Right.
come out,
So,
he turns around, doesn't
shoot a
know you're
bird.
picking that bird
Right.
up.
Right. Shoot a bird, throw your marker, turn around, get ready for the next one. Forget about it. We're going to come back for it, right? So throw your marker in the vicinity of where you think you saw that bird go down. Because then when we come back with the dogs, it's like, okay, well, I got 2 dead over here, got markers down. You go find your markers, and it's like, okay, instead of right here,
Yeah, it's right
it's,
here.
okay, right here somewhere. And
Right.
you get the
Yeah.
dogs in, dead bird,
Or,
dead bird.
hey, that marker landed just to the south
Right.
of where I think the bird went down.
Right.
I was a
Right.
shitty
Something's wrong with
toss.
my mic.
Yeah.
Hold on. Technical difficulty.
Wait.
Mic check. You got me now?
Yeah, you're good. It was just your...
Just my headphone.
Yeah.
But yeah, the markers play a huge deal in finding dead birds. And like I said,
I think we
on
lost
that-
one bird today.
Yeah, we didn't lose many.
Maybe
I know
one.
for a fact we didn't lose many. The
I
one
thought we were going to lose the one that I
right.
shot. It took forever. I
That's
was
what- that's what I was gonna tell
My
the
marker
story.
was way off.
Yeah,
My
your marker was off.
way
Your mark was off.
And I knew it was off when I threw it because I was like, hey, I was way short of this.
Right.
But the wind must have pushed the bird a little bit.
Right.
And that's what we were going to kind of talk about was the way that they were saying, like, throw that marker, but at the same time, you're not going to find that bird without a dog either. And so we went over there, remember, and looked for, I don't know, 10 minutes, couldn't find it.
4 or 5 of us.
Went back to the buggy, went and got Poncho and Elroy or whatever out of the buggy. And finally, Poncho found it after we went and looked again and again and again. But, you know, that's kind of what we were pointing at. The same thing. You got to have a dog out there to find that.
It is so dry down here. Like, it is hard for
There's
a dog
no grass
to smell
growing
them.
down there
Like,
at all.
it's very hard.
I wonder where the quail hide.
Like,
if it wasn't for those bushes, mesquites in the bushes.
You talk about dogs and, you know, bird dogs, hounds, whatever dog, but, you know, you hear guys say all the time, like, with hounds, it's like, that's a dry land tracking dog. That's a dry land lion dog. You know, it's a lot easier for dogs to smell when there's moisture on the ground, obviously. So, like, a lot of guys use that term, dry land dogs, when it comes to, you know, dogs down here in the desert, because it is so hard to smell a track and smell, you know, anything, whether it's dead, whether it's alive. It's very hard because there's no moisture on the ground to help them smell. You know? So,
side note with that, Leche went today and like false pointed.
Yep.
And it's crazy that they can even have a false point with how dry it is. Right. It's like, how do you even know that like that was even there?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. But no, I mean, I think we bumped 7 cubbies today and shot
30 or 40.
Judging by the Ziploc bags we got in the freezer, I think we never did get an official count, but I think 35, probably 40.
For sure. Almost 40.
2 full bags is, you know, easy 35 birds.
We took a lot of breaks in between.
Big time. We took our time, dude.
Yeah, we did not push the envelope at all.
No.
We had a good time. It was fun.
I mean, that's the best type of hunting is going out there,
dude, very
hanging out with everybody.
Right.
And you got the kids out there too.
A real gentleman's hunt on a non-gentlemanly style of hunting.
That is true.
It's like, all right, we're all gentlemen when we're standing around. But once we get in them buggies, it's combat.
Game
all over
over.
again. It's like a light switch, dude.
Yeah.
Like, get back in the killing mode.
Coming from a fellow baseball player, somebody that can't put that marker anywhere close.
Yeah, it was a rough one today for me.
That's what I told Ryan. That's why I got on the phone here, so y'all know.
Right here.
But this is a marker. What we use here.
Pull that out of your vest, chuck it.
So that, and so your bird should be around that marker after you shoot it.
But
unless
it's a lot
you're
easier.
shitty toss like me.
Right. It's a lot easier to find that than one of these little bastards running around.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because they blend so well, dude.
Yeah, they do.
You would not even believe it. You'll walk past them laying dead on the ground, and it's like,
Or they're under a cactus,
Right.
or you know.
right. But no, man, it was a phenomenal way to end the trip. You know, we knew, you know, the whole plan was coming into this trip. It's like, hey, we're going to crane hunt Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, we're going quail hunting.
Yep.
You know, we're not going to try to mess with quail hunting in the morning or crane hunting in the morning, then running down there. So we're going to pick one day specifically. It's like, okay, today, you know, Saturday's quail day. We're going to do what we can with the cranes.
We
for
took
3
full
days,
advantage.
And we took dude. I mean, Wednesday was a bust.
That was just unlucky,
dude.
It's just part of it.
It happens.
It's part of it, for sure.
And me going into it, I thought that was going to be the best hunt that we had all week.
Yeah, that's funny how that works.
And that's how it usually works,
Yeah,
too.
Thursday and Friday it worked out, and today we were able to go down and get everybody together, have a big group, and go have a ton of fun this afternoon. It was awesome.
We gotta start adding an extra day in there for maybe 2 days of quail.
2 crane, 2 quail.
Yeah,
2 cranes.
That's what
do
Deke. That you sound
Yeah.
like your son. That's what he said on the way home.
And it's a black.
He said, "Hey, I think on the next year you guys should do 2 crane, 2 quail." That's what Deke said.
Let's just do 4 quail.
I mean, dude, at the end of the day, you know, when
Stop messing with
I
the
love decoying
funny
anything,
business.
Right.
and I have a great time. But
going down and getting in the buggy and chasing them
man,
is a lot of
It's a
fun.
good time.
quail hunting
It's a
thing,
good time.
like no matter if you've ever done it or if you're new to quail hunting, if you're like we were saying earlier, a seasoned bobwhite quail hunter,
Right.
No matter where you're at, totally different.
I try to tell people.
Great time.
I try to
It
tell
is a
people,
great
and
time.
until you come down and do it, you really don't comprehend it. Like, we can sit here and
100%.
tell you about it, and we can show you clips, but you don't understand organized chaos that it truly is, because that's really what it is. Like, it's organized chaos. Like, we know what we're doing. Like, we see it in our heads what the objective is for the day. But sometimes it works out. We had a big covey that we bumped today.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. The one that split.
They split down there in that cactus flat.
I went to the left.
I went to the right.
And I'll take credit. I knew. I was like, dude, they split. 30 of them went that way. 30 of them went that way. But there's still 10 right here. I'm stopping here instead of everybody trying to, goat rope their way around those rocks.
Well, that's like I mean,
that's the problem too. They're in the hard.
It was in a tricky place to try to do that, and I was like, let's just try to get in it. Whatever.
But I mean,
we shot 2 out of that covey, but whatever. Save some for the next day. Like,
as a driver, though, like we were talking about today, is when you're the one that flushes it up, you make the decision.
You got to,
and the thing that's tough about the way we hunt is there's so much in between you and the other driver that it's tough to. If those 60 birds split 30-30, it's tough that, 2 buggies might trail over.
Sometimes it looks like we're reading each other's minds. Like, we got radios,
100%,
but we don't. But we know how we try to hunt them.
Hey, it was pretty good today, other than that one covey.
That was about the only one we really buggered up.
I had one, the one that I missed, that cherry bird that came over my head.
Can we pull that clip?
Yeah.
Pull it.
That was an expensive bird that didn't fall.
Yeah, and that one.
Nobody could see on
But
that one.
I had to go all the way around to the opposite end. I got caught in some of those rocks right there, and I couldn't get around.
Right.
And I was like, I got to
stop.
We're
stopping here. Yeah, we're stopping here. Y'all get out. Yeah. But now, but anyway, it was a good way to wrap it up. But let's what do we got? Let's do
what do we got?
Outlaw moment.
Outlaw moment of the day.
Man,
brought to you by Outlaw Beer, Mile High Beer.
Yeah, I got a quail hunt today. That's my outlaw moment. That was fun. I had a damn good time. I would much rather do it tomorrow than drive home into the snow.
There's a storm.
Let's do it.
Yeah, well, we got Champlin talked in. It was just like that. He was just literally begging me earlier to call
Have y'all
his boss
seen
and
the
tell him
weather?
that he wouldn't come to work on Monday.
Have y'all seen the weather? That's right.
My boss doesn't watch this, but maybe I'll tell him to watch it. Like, hey, just listen to Logan. That's where I'm at.
DT, what do you got for an outlaw?
I think my outlaw moment hasn't happened yet. I'm super excited for the pulled pork that we got coming up here for dinner. That was pretty clutch to do this morning, and then also getting a little sleep in this morning was
nice.
Yeah.
That was nice. We didn't have to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
that's one thing about quail hunting. You get to sleep in a little bit. You don't got to be there at 6:30 in the morning.
If you're going to bed at 6 o'clock like Luke was this morning, then,
whoa. Yeah. Putting me on blast.
Let's pour one out for the guys that didn't show up today. We could have used them.
I showed up. I showed up 2 buggies deep,
Luke,
ready to go.
Luke still made it. Luke found a way.
Luke, give us an outlaw moment of the day.
I think it was taking everyone that hasn't going out there.
What a moment.
That was awesome. And I tell you, we had some. I don't know if my first.
We had some rookies.
Was that good? That was a damn good hunt, and so that would be it. Taking everybody out, especially all the rookies, and just having a good time for sure.
Man, I'm gonna say my outlaw moment of the day is that pit stop we made because my skid plate was about to fall off. So we took care of that. We were about 3 coveys deep, and I was like, man, something's rattling under my buggy, and I stopped and looked at my skid plate underneath, about to fall off, and I knew, I was like, man, I got everything at the truck.
Right.
Let's pull down there and we'll fix it quick. And it literally took about 36 seconds. We had that skid plate back on, tighter than Dick's hat band, and we were ready to go. So
your wheel bearing is going to take a little longer.
That's another story. We got trailer issues or a different story.
But part of mine.
But now, that was a hell of a pit stop, dude. Hell of a pit stop. Like, you got an impact? Yep. You got self tappers? Yep. Zip. Back in action.
Back
baby.
ready to roll.
The board.
Yep. What do you got? The board?
What do you got, champ?
I was gonna go with partially the wheel bearing.
Yeah.
Gig. We were on our way down to the quail hunting grounds, and Joe's like, "Man, something's shaking," and we're like, "Flat tire? No, I don't see."
Well, he did have a flat tire too, kind of.
It was low. It wasn't flat. It wasn't flat.
We get there,
Low.
and we're like, "Oh, that tire's low. Maybe that's why we're a little shaky." Started pumping her up. I walked around the other side, and I'm like,
kicking tires.
this tire looks like this. And I kicked it, and I'm like, Hey, we ain't got no wheelbarrow.
Okay, you don't understand the roads we drive down here, dude.
Yeah, you saw them today. Well, today's were nice.
So we made her back on that.
Yep.
Somehow, all the way back. But also, I think I elaborated on it a little bit throughout the week. But my boy didn't come. And today we had a bunch of little dudes.
Yeah, it was fun.
So Deke got to hang out with a bunch of little guys. Like
I saw him swapping phone. I saw him swapping Snapchats.
Like the kids played well together.
I had met 2 of them before years ago.
Yep.
And then got to see them again. Then I got to meet 2 more tonight.
But as a dad on a trip with your son and having other kids there and they're getting along, it feels good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just all of them love
So hopefully in 10, 15 years they'll all still be hunting together and
they can take us.
Field and Gray.
Then they're going to be the ones showing up.
We all just get to show up right at shooting time.
Yeah.
And we get to shoot, and then when everything's
I just got a weather alert.
When all the shooting's done, all of us old guys just leave, and it's like,
but hopefully,
clean this up.
Hopefully, they were all swapping Snapchats and phone numbers earlier. Hopefully, in 10 years, Gray and Field.
They're going back and forth hunting with each other.
Right. Gray and Field will call Deke or text Deke, say, hey, man, you got your dad's truck this week?
Yeah.
Come down and quail hunt. Like, your dad out of town? I saw you on a Heartland Waterfowl trip. Get a truck and come down here. Like,
that's cool. It's good for all them kids
for sure.
to meet
for sure.
kids throughout, from other states.
For sure.
Stuff like that.
Absolutely, dude.
They'll remember that forever, too.
I mean, obviously, me, grew up in Pennsylvania, live in Texas now. All y'all are in Kansas City, but, y'all are my closest friends, and y'all live 1,000 miles away. Like, you hope to spark something like that, having young kids from different states hunting together. Deke was totally out of his element this week, right? Never crane hunted, never quail hunted. Field and Gray and them boys, that's all they do with us down here is crane hunt, quail hunt. Hopefully one day they'll come snow goose hunting with y'all, and Deke is in his element. He's like, okay, well now let me tell y'all how the safety meeting's going to go. Y'all have never done this before,
and
right?
Their dads talked about it. They're like, we kind of want to come to Kansas and do something.
Oh yeah, like, we can line that up.
Come on up, let's go.
But no, like it's cool. That's a good moment. Like just having a bunch of 10 and 12-year-old kids out there doing what we're doing and having just as much, if not more, fun than we're having. And hopefully they see the excitement that we have about it, obviously, because, we were fired up. When that first covey got up and we got around them, we were all fired up.
No doubt.
We were all fired up.
Forrest, Ryan today.
Forrest, South Texas ain't never done nothing like this. He's used to walking for quail.
Yeah, he's walking.
But he's used to walking for him.
They both came back and they're like, oh, yeah.
Right. So, but no, just going back on that, with Deke and the boys, like, hopefully, this day and age with Instagram, hopefully they stay in contact and, maybe, Deke will see something that the boys, share or Snapchat. It's like, oh man, heck yeah. But, you hope that, that little bond, was kind of created this weekend. And hopefully that passes on and keeps going. So, but anyway, I mean, I think literally we couldn't have had a better outcome for the trip, dude. We struggled one day, got the cranes 2 days in a row. Had a blast today, but just a good way to wrap it up. Do we have a ducked up question of the day brought to you by Dirty Duck? If it's not the duck in your cup, your coffee sucks.
This is a good one for you. I saved it for you.
Okay.
Do you consider hunting a sport or just part of your lifestyle?
Lifestyle, bro. Lifestyle, easy. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of sportsmanship that goes into it, and you think about some of the things that we do. I mean, there's some athleticism that has to go into some of it. Right. Honestly,
I didn't see you dunking this.
You saw me wetting that net. But I still got it, dude.
Except if there's a green chair there.
But no, yeah, dude, lifestyle, man. It's like if you don't, like, you can grow up playing sports and not hunt. You know what I mean? It's lifestyle, 100%.
I have to go the same for sure. I mean, I don't wake up anymore.
You're either about it.
I don't wake up anymore thinking about throwing a football or nothing. I'm thinking about the weather. You know,
Yeah.
going hunting and stuff like that. So it's got to be a lifestyle.
Can you tell me what it's doing in Kansas City right now?
I think it's snowing.
Icing its ass off is what it's doing. It's a skating
you
rink
haven't
from
heard
what I've
yet,
heard.
Logan.
No, I haven't heard yet.
Get your skates.
Hold on. Let me see if I got a new text.
Yeah, this time we've been here.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah.
I guess at that point in time, you can call it a lifestyle,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Ain't no hobby.
Ain't no hobby.
I mean, it's a hobby for sure.
Yeah.
You
No, we do it for real.
Keep it a hobby to be fun, though.
What
too,
was
you know?
what was the and I'm not trying to do any conflicting sponsors thing or anything, but what was the old Mossy Oak slogan? It's not a
passion.
It's not a
lifestyle.
passion. No, it's not a passion. It's an obsession.
Oh, I thought it was lifestyle.
Nah, man. Not
I
a
think that's
passion, it's a
Matthews,
Right,
dude.
you're right.
Yeah, y'all got all types of things messed up.
Yeah, I think
here.
you're just screwing
got
up a bunch
Joe
of
It's
over
not
here
a passion.
trying-
It's an obsession.
Just a bunch of slogans.
But yeah, dude, like easy, man. We all do it. We all are. This is what we're most passionate about. It's what we care most about when it comes to this, man.
Yeah, can we just change the show to just blue quail hunting from now on? I feel like we could show some good content.
If y'all, one thing is if y'all get to like Wichita Falls tomorrow and it's that bad, you could turn around and we can just go fishing. We got the boat.
That's right.
We got Jimmy's boat.
Jimmy
We got
Jackson's
Jimmy
boat.
Jackson.
Hey, I've placed in Del Rio, Texas, in a hot boat with old Jimmy Jackson.
Yeah.
Me and him won some money on that boat.
They did.
He pulled that thing to the boat ramp in his Bronco.
Hey, tell him. We pulled up.
We don't even have to turn around. We can just not go and go.
We don't got to drive to Wichita Falls and waste time. We pulled up on you and Jimmy broke down in the cove. The cowling cover was off, and I was like, man, me and Raul were
Now we
fishing
got to
together.
tell this story. Yeah, me and Jimmy.
It was so funny. They were backed up in the cove, and I was like, man, them guys got the cowling cover off the motor and everything.
The trim wouldn't go down.
Luke was like ankle deep in the water.
Trim wouldn't go up. Oh, it was. But we still caught.
Long story short,
10,
we were
12
making
pounds.
fun of them, and it was like, dang, that was Luke and Jimmy. We should have went out.
They didn't even come help us.
We were worried about catching fish. We were fishing a tournament.
Assholes over there. I'm over there waiting, like under the boat.
I could see Luke. He took his shoes off,
Yeah.
rolled his bibs up, and jumped over the bow and got in the water. And I was like, man, them guys are having a tough day. We didn't know it was him and Jimmy.
I mean, we're staying at the same house, same fishing tournament. No, we'll see y'all later.
Man. Anyway, we're gonna wrap.
What a guy! What a guy you are!
We're gonna wrap this up on that. Oh man, thanks everybody. Thanks all the sponsors. Thanks on behalf of Heartland Waterfowl Behind the Blind, Joe Palumbo, Luke Manning, first time.
That's right.
First time caller, long time listener. Logan Burditt.
Look at these idiots in the back of the cove not doing any good.
Dakota
We're just gonna
Thurn.
keep fishing.
Q and
was
Champ
tough.
on the board. Love y'all.
Over and out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Be careful going home tomorrow, boys.
Have you checked the weather?
Yeah, had a blast.
He said, "Yeah, we're just gonna keep fishing."
I'm down there. I'm drowning.
These
I'm
guys
drowning.
are 30 miles from the boat ramp.
It was cold. It wasn't warm. I had bibs on.
Yeah, they might not make it back. Hope they got a lighter and some matches.